I think we're live in like 15 seconds.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 New Plymouth Boys High School Cross Country. We're here on Webster Field, live streaming this event for you today, house competition for 2025, one of the house competitions actually, and I'm also joined today with Luke Eager. How are you going, Luke?
I'm doing pretty good today, Charlie, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing great. We've been setting up all day. Our tech team has been onto it and we are looking to have a great event. Luke, can you tell me what some of our viewers planned going to see today?
Well, this year we have, I believe it's one of the most, the most people that have ever signed up for the competitive race in, I think, 100 years. So it's going to be a pretty big turnout today. Going to be pretty cool as well. So look forward to seeing that.
That's awesome. Thanks, Luke. And we've also got, I think, 16 cameras onto the course.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There's going to be cameras all across the course, watching the students as they go down through the competitive. We've got some eyes on some of our big runners today. I'm looking specifically probably for Xavier Brown, Felix Field, Aiden Galley. What do you think about that, Luke?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good shout. Some of the intermediate, I know Charlie Goldfinch is pretty good. Some more seniors, Cooper and Miller Ferguson, good contenders.
Very good. You can see on your screen at the moment we've got a drone shot of the boys as they're loading in to the field. They've just been in Hui getting their roles checked off, and now they're coming in to Webster Field at New Plymouth Boys High School. We're going to get underway very, very shortly, and we'll try to get as much of the information coming to us as possible. What you can see now is the competitive runners all bunched up. Our drone operator Elliot is doing a great job of showing you that, and then there's also all the other boys that aren't on the competitive are about to be going. I'm now going to pass you over to our guest commentator and special guest who knows all about running and cross country, so he's going to bring you the facts as they come. Cormac Deegan, how are you going, Cormac?
I'm wonderful. I'm ready for an action-packed event. Unfortunately, I was meant to be in the competitive cross country until my little toe got broken. Trotted on actually by a footballer. So yeah, not best start to a cross country, but looking forward to commentate alongside two great commentators here with great experience, and looking forward to being a biased commentator once again.
Thank you, Cormac.
How good. Thank you very much, Cormac. You can see all the boys that are not doing the competitive are sitting down in the middle of the field. They're doing their little briefing as they do the 2 kilometre, 2.5 kilometre, 3 kilometre
I think
course.
it's 3 kilometres, yeah.
3 kilometres, thanks, Luke. Course that doesn't do as much as the competitive runners, but still good chunk of a run.
Just for reference, the competitive race is 5 kilometres.
Very good. Thank you very much. The boys will be doing a lap of Webster Field, then running through the Te Henui Cemetery, taking down a track to the Te Henui Stream, and we've got cameras all along the Te Henui Stream. Boys holding up getting some awesome shots for you as well. And then they come across the stream, go across a few bridges, they get along to close to Awanui Street, and then they come down past the bridges that were built, they seem like not too long ago, but they were actually quite long ago, those new bridges that went across the Te Henui. And they keep on going across the Te Henui, all the way past the Sequoia Steps, past the Te Henui Stream, all the way to the end of Awanui Street, to Cumberland Road, cross the bridge, and then come along the other side of the stream, which is actually quite cool because you can see both sides of the stream. There is a big, very steep elevation going up to Mandra Street, through the Turi Street Reserve. And there is a big elevation, probably about
very deadly hill.
Yeah, very deadly hill going up. You've done this many times, Luke.
Yeah, I have. I used to be part of the cross country team. It's not nice. The stairs, they are killer. It's once you get to the top, the sense of relief you feel is amazing, but also you're just completely knackered. So, and then you've still got another K or K and a half to go after that. So it's not very nice. No. But hey, some people are absolutely going to love it though, and we're going to see some boys thriving. And once they get to the top, it's pretty downhill. Yeah. Through the paddocks. There's one last one at the end, but that one's pretty chill. All good. We are due to be starting the competitive cross-country event in about 10 minutes, but it may look like
we may be starting early. We'll bring you that information as we get it and once they start. But as you can see, the entire school is rallying down, and they'll be doing the non-competitors. And as we see in the distance here, the competitors are all getting ready, stretching, getting ready to go, and looking to have a great race today. Yeah, as we said before, 16 cameras are going across the track to bring you as many angles as we genuinely possibly can. We've got phone cameras of all of our amazing event team helping out, a big team today, and so they're going to make sure it's going to be really, really, really good. We're going to try to get as many camera angles for you as possible and make sure we get as many shots of these great runners as we can. You know, I hear that kids like Xavier Brown, Felix Field, and Galley, all Donnelly boys actually, not to be biased at all, but some of our best runners today are going for the record, especially all those Year 13s, eh, Luke?
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a really nice day. I reckon a couple of them have the chance to break it, especially as you mentioned, Xavier Brown, Felix Field, Aiden Galley. So yeah, really looking out for those boys today. Yeah, each camera is spaced about 200, 250 meters apart down the track, just around the Te Henui, as Charlie previously stated. As you can see on the camera right now, that's me and Charlie.
Yeah. Hey, Luke.
Hey, Charlie.
But yeah, these boys are getting ready to go, and it is looking like we're going to be starting very, very soon. If we cut back to this awesome drone shot that we have, we'll be able to see a very clear how big this event actually is and how many boys are actually going to be involved.
600 is no small number.
Yes, and then all the rest of the school as well.
No,
so that 900, 800 boys doing the non-competitive. So the Te Henui is about to be swamped by New Plymouth Boys High School, that is for sure.
Would not want to be out walking the dog today.
You know, Cormac, I hear, is actually a very competitive runner himself, and he's done some training and he's been on the cross country team before. So, Cormac Deegan, if you want to say something about how's your running experience been?
It's been great. I did a lot of sports when I was younger. I've kind of slowed down a bit to get academic success going and get to uni. But yeah, it's I love watching running. It's one of the most fastest sports that you ever see. Especially on feet. So yeah, back to you in the studio.
Yeah, thanks, Cormac. And you know when you do, because I know you play a lot of football. Is that right, Cormac?
Correct.
Yes. And what position do you play at football?
Ooh, it's a bit centre back, but then I also can go striker, hopefully. So.
Do you run a lot at centre back?
See, the thing about running, you don't need to run to have a good mindset.
Wise words from Cormac Deegan, ladies and gentlemen.
That's very wise words. And I hear you're part of the Merchants. Is that right, Cormac?
Yes. It's correct.
Yes. And they're all running. Captain. They're all running today, as part of the contract.
That is part of the contract. As you would see if you follow merchants.fc on Instagram, you'll notice that there was a post up saying all Merchants players and staff, please run. If not, your contract will be terminated. That's a bit unfortunate for me.
That's very serious. Wow.
Very serious.
I'm surprised. Wow. But hey, we are looking to have an incredible event today, and just so everyone knows, for the competitors, they actually have a time cutoff. So all the boys that do enter today, if they do enter competitive, they get an awesome bib that they get to keep.
And they just stacked up tons and tons of points.
Sorry. And then the non-competitives, all the other runners that are not running the competitives for more points, will be running at 2:25.
I believe that all the boys that are lined up at the front are part of the cross-country team. They just get a bit of a head start because they do it a lot more and are going for the records.
I think we are, by the looks of it, I see Mr. Ralston, who was our race starter, getting ready to start.
Yeah, so cross-country runners are up the front. The rest of the school is in the back. That's not to say that they can't do as well as the people up the front. It's just if they want to do well, then it's better to be up the front, which is kind of obvious. Yeah, it's a nice day today. It's a very nice day for cross country, one of the better ones. A couple of years ago, it wasn't the best weather, but yeah, it's looking out to be a nice day today.
Yes, the weather is actually very perfect for an event like this today, and you can see from this overhead shot, wow, you can see a big line of boys all roaring, getting ready to go. Test one. Right, sorry, we just were experiencing some technical difficulties, but we should be back and connected. If you do see a problem with our stream, please do let us know in the chat below, and we can try sort it out for you. But I presume that we're scheduled to start in 1 minute, but it looks like we'll be starting very, very shortly. As the competitors get underway.
Yeah, because this is a school competition, it's normally quite a tame start, but during actual cross-country competitions, kids wear things like spikes on their boots, and they stomp the other competitors' feet, take them out of the race. It's not nice.
Gosh, I remember getting cross-country and getting bowled over the second that I started, which was, to be honest, quite funny.
Yeah, starting a big cross-country race like this, it's never that as safe as it should be. But it just adds to the experience, you know?
That is definitely correct, Luke. Eager. And I think we are actually about to due to start. Here we go, and we're on. And that is actually, we're off now.
We're off.
We are starting as the runners
come
go
around.
This
The first
is
bend.
the competitive runners as they go. We're just still having a few technical difficulties. But you can see you can see the competitive boys get led off in 2 streams. One of the boys that are actually very much going for the titles, and then the other ones that are just. Sorry, we were just experiencing some technical difficulties, but we should be back now as we come up, and we can see our drone's just about to head up and get some good shots of these boys as they get into the track. We've got track cameras all across the Te Henui, so we'll be able to see the boys as they come into the track, and we'll try to get as many camera angles of those boys as we can for you.
Keep you updated on who's in front as much as we can as well. Here we have them coming into the Te Henui, into the graveyard. I believe I saw, again, Felix Field and Xavier Ground leading the pack. There's a long line of boys here. I see lots of them going at it, going hard, doing their best. But you don't want to start out too fast or else you get burned out, so just starting out slow, nice steady pace.
I had a great view of the start there. As predicted, we had Felix Field, Xavier Brown up front, but we also had Charlie Goldfinch, who's year 10, and yeah, he's a great runner, he's a great biker.
Yeah, very great runner.
So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how he goes. That is 3 Donnellys up the front, by the way, just letting you know.
Here we go. The boys are running up the cemetery. They've done a lap of Webster Field, so they've actually already knocked up about 500, 600 meters.
Yeah.
So we'll be actually coming up to the 1K mark very, very soon. As you can see, these competitive runners are actually quite spaced out along the track, and you know we've got some going up real fast, but some are going along the back. But hey, that is okay as well.
We just got some word from one of the runners. We had some inside audio, and what he could tell us was...
Thanks, Cormac. That's great to know.
Well, thanks for that, Cormac. Well, that's what a joke. You can see that the boys that are right at the front are coming up to this 1 kilometer mark now, which is, you know, a fifth of the way through.
Yeah.
They should be coming up. So now we're going to transition to some more cameras very, very soon as well. See, I think it's quite a steady pace. You can see a big flooding of boys trying to get into the cemetery as they are running fast. But you can see back at base where we can see all of the non-competitive runners, the ones that are just running for fun,
yeah,
about to go as well.
when you come out of the graveyard is this not very nice skinny kind of ridge that you have to go over, and given how many boys there are, it could be an
We'll be
interesting
coming up
experience.
to our second phone camera too at 1.2 Ks.
Well, they're coming
in a
down
moment.
the hill, running out onto this big straight. Thanks, Cormac. This part that they're about to go over, it's got this big hill, just I guess on the track, and then they go onto this bridge and up this even steeper hill. And this it's one of the, I would say, one of the two really bad hills. It's a very steep hill, and when you come down, it's even steeper. Yeah, not very nice.
We're looking at 1.5 Ks now. Looks like Xavier Brown and Felix Field, maybe
Still leading
in the front here. They're still leading, and you can see those boys are running down the Te Henui, right down the side of the stream now.
We've got some more boys
We're about
coming
to
in
come
now
up to the
behind.
1.8 kilometer mark with some of our major runners still in the front. People like Felix Field, Aidan Galley, Xavier Brown, Kid Boy.
All in Donnelly,
running
by the way.
house points.
Got a long line of boys coming behind. It's going to be going on for a while. Everyone's giving it their best, which is all we can ask.
And off those boys are going. They're getting quite far into the track. The next camera angle we have for you is our 1.8K mark, which is down by near Awanui Street, near the entrance to Awanui Street, and we'll see that camera come up very, very soon.
The non-competitive runners are just being briefed right now. There's going to be a lot of them taking off very soon. We'll stay focused on the ones up the front, though. The ones going for the title, the record.
Daniel needs to rotate your phone 90 degrees so that it's flat. Alongside of your hand.
And those boys are still running across the track as fast as they can. We can see all those competitive runners are going through still that 1.5K mark as we're getting to the 1.
Here we have the 2K.
Yeah, but we just hit 2Ks with some of our runners.
I believe that was Xavier Brown going past the camera. It's Felix Field close behind.
Wow, that's a very, very close.
Very tight up the front.
Yeah, very, very tight up the front. You're exactly right, Luke.
Going to be a fantastic finish.
Yes, and I see some Hatherley boys up there as well, upping Hatherley and representing Hatherley. It's going to be a very fantastic finish. It'll be very interesting to see who's actually going to be taking home the win as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those boys are continuing to go along the track, and we with that 2K mark, and now we're
Here's
up to the 2.2K mark, which is coming up soon, and we should see some boys running through that shortly.
Yeah.
And
Here
here we
it's
go.
slightly
It
blurry.
looks like Xavier Brown.
Yeah, Xavier Brown still leading. Felix Field again close behind. Those two neck and neck.
It's they're best friends, and also two of our best runners in the school.
Yeah.
So it's a very competitive between those boys, but hey, they're good friends and they're doing well as well. The next visual you're going to see is our 2.4K mark.
Mm-hmm. It's always good to have a good rivalry. It makes you push yourself even harder.
Yes, 100%.
What? I'm not filming non-champ. Okay, well, my brother's mocking me now, so.
I wonder if they'll be able to do it better than last year's Nick Dobby. He was very
Yes,
good.
Nick Dobby was one of our greatest runners at the school, and we've actually had some really good runners, I think, every year at school. And here's the
2.4K. Xavier Brown in the lead. Again, Felix Field close behind.
And it's going to be real close. I wonder if it's going to be very, very tight.
Yeah, slowing down a bit, but still going fast. Faster than I could ever go.
Yes.
Holy.
Hey, it's faster than we could ever go.
Got another Hatherley boy up there.
But those boys are racing down along the track, and Again, a big thank you to our events team, our live stream team, for
Shout out to the
getting
tech.
out onto the track and getting those camera angles for us as we
Wouldn't be
come
possible
up.
without them.
Yes, 100%. And now we come up very soon to our 2.8k mark. Wonder if we see
Over half the
Xavier
race.
Brown and
Felix Field
just
still
over
up there.
halfway, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It has been considerably, flat and downhill.
Yeah.
Not too steep at all. So we might, we're halfway down in terms of distance, but in terms of actual time, might not be the case.
No, I don't think so. I reckon that hill will definitely be. That'll be the deciding factor. They also have to do another lap of Webster at the end, so that'll be a spectacular finish.
Yes, and we'll be able to see them with
really
our
giving it their
drone
all.
as they come down.
We have a lot of different members running past right now from many different houses.
Yes, we see our 2.8k coming up once we get you that visual of
Here
those
we are.
boys.
Oh, that's Felix Field.
Felix Field. It must have
Xavier
Xavier Brown.
Brown.
We must just miss Xavier Brown
Yeah.
in the front.
There goes Donnelly.
Here we have another boy coming in, and then Hatherley. Same top four. It's just they seem to be quite a bit further away from the rest of the group. Those four boys up the front.
Wow, the non-competitive running has just kicked off. If we want to really quickly switch to that drone camera, we can see
So
all
many
those boys
Yeah.
absolutely sprinting down Webster Field. It's lots of noise actually. It looks like they're having quite a lot of fun. But we'll go back to our course cameras now, and we're at the 3K mark.
Yep,
And
and Xavier Brown
Xavier
in front.
Brown.
Again, Felix Field, close behind.
Wow,
Who would have
very
guessed?
close. Oh, who would have guessed? Yeah, you are very right. That 3K mark is actually really important because that means they're about to hit Cumberland. And Cumberland is notoriously a very steep hill in New Plymouth.
Yeah.
So
They don't have to
once-
go up Cumberland, thankfully. They just go round.
No, they do go around it. But once you hit that bridge,
Uh-huh.
you know what's coming up. And you're going to be running through quite a different scenery of track.
Yeah,
A
lots
track
of up and down, lots of routes that you could trip over. That could be bad if they're running at pace. But then
Right.
again, they run it lots and
They've
lots.
run it
Cross
lots.
Country Club, they do it every Tuesday and
And
Friday.
you used to be part of that.
250.
Yeah, I remember first time I ran it, I got very lost with my friend, and we came out near wet. It was definitely an experience. Yeah, these guys, they're professionals.
We're
They've
coming
been
up to
doing
this
it for 5 years.
3.25k mark. If we can get that on our screen, and we'll be able to see
George Moffat.
on this bridge. On the bridge, the
Up the
runners
dolly.
come up. So
3.25K.
here's Shaveen holding his camera, and it's Xavier Brown
Xavier Brown
in
hopping
front,
over.
hopping over the fence.
Nice. Felix
Cross country
Field,
style.
close behind
So,
again.
wow, what a high jump. What are you thinking about how today's going, Cormac?
So confused where they are right now. But it's going great. It's a crazy turnout. Didn't expect that many people. The runners are just didn't realise the competitors were still going. So that
Would you have been faster, Cormac?
not saying that. Just saying that possibly the track is a bit big. But yeah, I'm thankful that I'm sat here in this studio
You're not even on film.
with you guys commentating.
Thank you, Cormac. We've got the 3.6k mark coming up soon, and that'll be interesting. I wonder if Felix has taken over Xavier again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe they've got different things. I know it's very the final push at the end. And,
Yeah.
there's no point passing each other now.
We're
But
not even
Felix might
filming
just
you.
be sitting in a slipstream.
yeah, he might be.
Using less energy.
Very cool. But
skipping.
we see those quite a lot of boys still at the competitive, but it's definitely not as bunched up as it was at the start. It's a lot. It's quite a big spread.
Quite a lovely
These
shot
boys
of the
that you're
trees.
seeing right now, they're still,
Nah,
they're
it's not even
non-competitive.
on.
They're just
I am
walking.
recording, but
Just
they're
getting
not
1
on the
point for their
screen
house each, but
currently.
at least they're doing something.
And now you
But
see
I'm
our
filming the comp race.
3.6k. Sorry, we've
Yeah.
had some technical difficulties there, but hey, they'll be coming up in just a second.
It's the problem, they're all in the
Those
way.
boys
yeah.
are running as fast as they can. Someone take their shirt off, so it is quite a hot day here at the cross.
These boys are still going very fast. Very, very fast. Faster than I could ever go again.
Yes.
They may seem far behind the front runners, but then again, remember they're doing 3-minute Ks, 3-minute 20Ks, which is absolutely ridiculous pace.
Most definitely, it is a very. They're doing very, very well. The next camera we will have is our 3.6k, and here we go. We'll be switching 3.9k. Sorry, we've had a problem with our 3.6k, and we'll switch over to that 3.9k now, so we can see. You know, looking at that comic on the screen of the computer, do you see how rugged and like leafy the track is?
It's a pretty decent terrainy track, isn't it? It's it's quite wild. It's almost like the final battle in World War I, something that I've studied in English. They're doing a decent job though. These guys,
Run, boy, run.
See, we've got some smiling faces there. Some of them aren't best pleased with the conditions.
Move.
I
It's
spoke
not
to a
even
young man,
filming you.
a year 9 before, and he was barefoot. There's several people in barefoot. Seems like that would hurt, to be honest, but hey, it's all up to them at the end of the day. Oh, coming in, we've just got another piece of audio from one of the runners.
Run for the camera.
Well, Cormac, I think what was that name of that runner?
There was several.
Several runners. Oh, here we go. 3.9k.
3.9K.
Who's in the lead?
Xavier Brown
I
in
see
the
him
lead.
looking over his shoulder though, looking behind him. But
Felix Field. I believe this is on the hill, on the steep hill. You can see them going up the stairs there. Stairs are covered in leaves, so it's not the best grip. But hey, they're making it through. Great pace.
wow, that is incredible. Now we're getting to the tail end of the track, and we head to the final kilometre of the cross country track, and those Xavier Brown, Felix Field, they've just about to reach the top of the height of Cumberland. And as you see by these drone shots, the cemetery, that's those paddocks in the top are exactly what we're about to be, those competitive runners are about to go through to finish off before they get to Webster Field to do their photo finish. Hopefully a win for getting those points for their houses, and we're able to see when that comes in who exactly wins.
The thing with how the house points work, though, is that getting first gets you 100 points, but getting 50th gets you 50 points. You get like 100 depending on your place. So if two boys from Hatherley came 50th and 49th, they would get 50 and 51 points.
Wow,
but then if Xavier Brown came first, he would get less points than the boys that came 50th and 49th. So it's mainly about the house, just the numbers, but it is still cool to go for
Some
first.
very decent points. If we could, we're about to change to our 4.1 camera mark.
Never mind. We're having some more technical difficulties.
But hey, I'm pretty pleased with how many cameras we've been able to get onto the track.
Last year we only had what, like 2?
No, not a lot at all. And we're coming to those final moments of the race.
Yeah, big step up this year.
This one, and we've got a bunch of phones that are hooked up to a website that lets you like use them as cameras. So everyone's around the course. With
Got more
phones,
people coming up the hill,
and they've got
going a lot
WhatsApp
slower,
going. So everyone's
as
in a WhatsApp
imagined.
group, and they're just giving out pointers to everyone.
It's really not a nice hill. Very bad on the knees.
It's on the Twitter. Yeah, and on the Instagram and like on the Facebook and
I believe
stuff.
I just saw Asher
And you
Hale
can click
coming
it
up the
and it
hill,
brings
head
you
of
to a YouTube
Barrack.
link. We're streaming on YouTube.
Good on him.
Yeah, join. We need more viewers. Much more viewers. Mr. Moore's gonna shut us down if we don't get like 100 or something. Yeah, so this is probably the one event where we're gonna get the most, because it's like
Those boys are
cross
still
country,
running
can't
through
watch it in person.
the track. If we switch to one of those earlier cameras, we can see.
What do you mean?
We can see those boys are still ploughing
It'll
through,
take away our cameras.
especially at that
Stop giving us money.
3.9k
Yeah.
mark. We're still
We
seeing
go
boys
to
running up that
10
hill.
grand in
A big bulk of the
cloth that we
competitive
sold
runners. I see
to get this
the
thing.
Barrack boy, Donnelly boy, Sign
Like
boy
this.
there.
Bunch
and
of other
they're
stuff,
just
so
trying to
we
get up
got
the hill. They
upgrades.
know this is a final stretch, big end to the race, so they
Once
want
they're
to
up
make
the
sure
hill.
they get those points up the hill. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And once they get to the top of the hill, they know they've
Just
not
cut off
got
funding
too far
and
to
be
go.
like,
Quite
okay,
a big
once it
downhill
goes out, it
spiral.
goes out, and we just gotta hope. Half
Xavier
the
Brown and
wires
Felix
here
Field
are,
should
like,
be
cut
coming
halfway
up
through.
on the
Like a lot of
final
them, like,
kind of
this
farm
wire
area
in
soon.
my pocket's like not even like fully functional.
We'll cut to that once we
But we
have.
can only use it 'cause it's a
We are seeing it
battery
right now. They'll be
pack, so
running
we've gotta have
through
battery.
that farm area.
And we see,
just at the bottom choke
do we
point.
see them running
Oh,
through that
someone.
farm area now? We're just trying to zoom in on this drone to see if
They're
we
not
can.
running through there yet, but
Yo, I see someone.
they're
and
definitely
there's
getting
someone-
close.
Yes, we'll be able to see them hopefully come out of the thing soon. Oh, and then we do see some boys.
Oh, there are some boys up there.
Is that Xavier Brown?
Oh, for the first boys are back
Oh, who
on
was that?
Webster. Here we have
Xavier
Brown. Xavier Brown in the lead by himself. He must have left Felix a bit behind. Oh, Felix is coming onto Webster right now. Yep.
This is at the final lap of the grueling cross-country course, and what a race it has been so far. The lead pack has started to thin out, and now it's just down to a handful of runners with a real short race to win. We have Xavier Brown still holding strong at the front. They've been up there. He's been up there since the start of the race, really, and they're showing no signs of letting go. But we have Felix Field, who's just chasing behind him. Xavier Brown does look like he's running out of energy, but Felix Field will hold on to that second place as they come into the last straight. We have more runners just joining the circuit now for the final lap of the race. I see Charlie Goldfinch remaining in third. Xavier Brown and Felix Field are coming to that.
Xavier Brown finishing up right now. And we have our first, ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Brown. First place of 2025.
New Plymouth Boys High School's head boy wins the competitive cross country for 2025 with Felix Field just coming in second place.
We have Charlie Goldfinch looking like he's going to come in third. Some more runners catching up behind him.
Wow.
I believe that's Cooper Ferguson sprinting after him.
What a race. I'm just going to go across the road just to see some of these runners as they come in and see if I can spot any of the names of them. But, well, I just see Xavier Brown and Felix Field lying on the ground next to each other. Man, what a race that was. They've done real well.
Charlie Goldfinch finishing it out, coming third.
And they are an intermediate there as well.
As you can see, all the boys are just lying down, just trying to catch their breath from running an amazing time for the 5K. Just giving it their absolute all, leaving it all out on the track. Got nothing left, which is fair enough. They're going to go home and sleep well tonight. Here we have some more boys coming in to finish now. Got some, you can see lots of barrack. We've got our drone shot here. Just zooming out a bit. You see, once all the boys start, this is just like the few front runners. And not too long away, there should be like a large horde of lots of boys coming through. And you'll be able to tell when they're here. It'll be like a large stampede just slowly approaching.
Wow, what a race that really was today. Record. I don't know if there was a record time, but it must be close.
Yeah.
You know, Xavier Brown and Felix Field ran that course in what? Started at about like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like not long at all. And for that 33-minute cutoff, they've absolutely
destroyed
that. You see them all lying down across the finish line, knowing how hard that was and how hard they pushed, especially those senior boys, those last years doing those cross countries. They want to get their name up on the honours board.
They really do.
At school.
Been training for 5 years, some of them. I know Xavier Brown and Felix Field have. Just for this moment. It's all paying off.
Wow,
what a race.
What an incredible race that really was today.
And again, shout out to our camera team and our tech team just for making this happen. Wouldn't be possible without them. Got a lot more boys coming in now. It's on to Webster. See lots of different houses.
Those boys are still pushing to, especially at the inner line, just trying to beat their mate as well.
Yeah,
they're pushing real hard to finish, get a photo finish, try as hard as they can, and get those points for their house as well. You know, they're big points up for grabs, especially when you're winning the competitive. You're getting tons of points for your house.
So many points.
So those points add up to the big point tally, and then off those points, then the actual points of the house competition go out as well.
Here we have.
You can see by these drone shots, all these boys exiting the cemetery, and we see quite a big mixture now of the competitive boys and also the non-competitive boys, especially lots of the non-competitive boys that that aren't doing the 5K but only doing a couple of kilometres through some paddocks and through the cemetery, doing the same start of the course, but then changing paths through these those new bridges that I was talking about before.
Yeah. We should be seeing lots of boys coming in soon, just from the competitive. I can see from here a lot of them coming down the path right now. This is going to be all coming through the choke point, giving it their all on their last lap of Webster. Just going to fly a bit over just where the boys ran down. So they just have to run down past those trees just to the side of there. There's some nasty bushes in that small area. You get stuck to your leg. It's not very nice. Lots of boys just walking there from the non-competitive. It's just like a big snake.
Yeah, so as you can see on the right side there, all those runners that are running are all competitive runners trying to meet that cut of 30 minutes. They've got about got only a few minutes, under 5 minutes until their cutoff is over, and they lose those 100 points. Unfortunately, in that one section there, they all get caught up, so it's a little bit like a traffic jam around there. But as they make their way around, they tend to get through, and yeah. Coming through the paddock here.
There's one big hill on this paddock. It's quite steep. It's not as steep as in Cumberland, but it's still not a nice hill after all that you've already done. Luckily, after that, it's literally all downhill from there until you get to Webster, and then it's completely flat, which is nice after all the hills that you've gone through before.
Yeah, definitely. Here you can see the shot where the competitive runners versus the non-competitive runners come out. So on the right there you can see the non-competitive... on the right there you can see the competitive runners, and on the left there you can see the non-competitive runners.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so the one on the left there, the non-competitive, they come from a local pass site just off of the Te Henui Walkway. After that, they have to go up a steep hill in a now sheep paddock, making their way through a very narrow track all the way up until they reach this area here. They then make it into that path, as I said before, and they get caught in a bit of a traffic jam, which is a bit of a negative, which is almost an incentive for competitive runners to make their way a little bit faster than non-competitive to stop.
Just to beat the crowd.
Yeah, definitely, to stop themselves from getting caught up in that whole traffic jam area.
The worst feeling is when you are going to make the time and then you just get caught in there and you can't do anything about it.
Oh, 100%, Luke.
Absolutely crushing. Agreed.
Yeah, as they're coming out here, they're all making their way around the last lap of Webster Field.
Just sprinting it.
Yeah.
Leaving it all out on the track.
Last few kilometres.
Last few 100 metres. You can see one boy really sprinting. I think that those two of them are racing.
Yeah, they're really giving it the go.
Coming around the second to last bend. Got a couple more, one more bend to go, and then you're at finish. Really sprinting round. This is our drone footage right now. Lots of different houses. You can see all the houses have entered and really trying their best to win this.
It's awesome to see all these different colours around here. You know, Barrack, Donnelly, Hatherley, Syme. You can see there you've got all sorts of colours: red, yellow, blue.
Pink. That one guy, he looks a bit sunburned there. Yeah, all the competitive runners running to that booth where they get their placing. They line up and they find out if they made it in time or not.
Of course. And once again, top 100 students get points for their house. So top 100 finishers.
Yes.
At the start, they weren't split up into their year group. They were just kind of the cross country club members got a first go at it to get themselves ahead, as they're more likely to get the record, as Luke and Charlie said.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's usually what happens, is that you'll see cross country club runners get here first. On because they've had a lot more training and they specifically spend every Friday afternoon, which is true dedication.
Friday and Tuesday.
Friday and Tuesday,
Yeah.
that's true dedication, because I know I cannot be bothered doing any sort of running after a Friday afternoon at school.
Cardio is not very nice, to be honest.
That's why we're over here doing this instead of running the cross country, you know?
That's right.
But yeah, as you can see here, last final few runners coming through the checkpoint, and yeah.
Up to the finish.
Up
You
to
see
the
them all
finish,
slowing
yeah.
down as they make it.
Coming around the final corner here, last few runners. Possibly non-competitive. Looking at the time, they got under 1 minute until their the cut-off. Under 1 minute.
They'll be really sprinting this one if they know that they've only got under 1 minute, or else they might just
Yes,
take a little
Abby!
mosey and be a couple seconds short. That would suck.
Yeah, 100% agreed. That would be absolutely devastating to be miss the cut-off by a few seconds. Terrible. At the time, they don't have much longer.
Got a big group of boys just walking there, probably non-competitive. Got a bunch of other boys running round. Really finishing strong. That's what we love to see.
There you go. Big group of runners coming through right now.
Yo.
There you go. Good view of the non-competitive area.
Ooh.
The non-competitive on the left, all the boys that are lined up are from competitive, and they've either migrated to the non-competitive area or are just blobbing about. They deserve it after how much effort they put into this run.
Yeah. 5 kilometres of steep slope is not easy, I can confirm.
No, very much
It's
not.
playing the audio there.
It's awesome to see so many boys getting involved in the competitive cross country this year.
600 boys.
600
Sorry
boys.
if it is,
Wow.
Charlie.
Biggest turnout yet.
It's definitely something to be proud of as a school.
Oh, 100%. That's also cool to see all these boys giving it a good go, giving it a good crack, and some points for their house. You know.
And getting some exercise in while doing it. There's nothing better. Probably got the final boys coming in now.
There we go.
Time's probably off.
I've got taken around for an interview.
I think we're going to be interviewing the first place winner, Xavier Brown.
And then move out
Very
the way,
soon.
move out the way.
Yeah, Xavier Brown coming up for an interview. He's going to be coming up to our booth, and he'll be looking forward to, yeah, giving a
I'll just...
Stop. We're actually filming.
Oh, yep. So we have, again, just the final boys coming around, second to last bend, really just giving it their all. It's not even about the bunch of them, just doing something. Got a nice view of Webster right here, the final bit. I believe that we have Xavier Brown here, ready for an interview. We'll capture them now.
Right, so we're here with first place competitive runner, Xavier Brown. How are you feeling, Xavier?
I'm pretty tired after that race, man. That took it out of me. The last K or so, just before the hill, I got lactic and my legs were just real heavy, and I just pushed through. But credit to Felix, I think. He pushed me all the way to the finish line, and without him, I don't think I would have been here running that fast, because we train together all the time. So he's been pushing me through all my workouts and stuff, so I got to give him credit.
That's awesome. Yeah, you two have been. We were watching on the cameras. You two were right on each. Felix was right on your tail, and it was really interesting to watch and see him pushing you and getting you up. So yeah, well done. And at what point did you kind of like realize, being like, all right, here we go. This is the hard part coming up and stuff.
I made a move on the first hill. I tried to get away from him, but he's a tough fella and he stuck with me pretty closely. And then at the bottom of the real big hill, I realized this was my time to push it. And so I pushed really hard up there and got a decent gap, but then he came back real close to me at the end and I was getting scared.
And well, yeah, it was a really good race, and hey, you two were like running each other's tails, so well done. And yeah, last cross country, you happy with last one you're doing at Youth Woods High School? So you happy with how you've ended it, or your 5 years of cross country here?
Yeah, I'm real happy with that performance. The last 4 years on this course has always gotten the better of me. So I'm just real happy to finally get my first win on the school cross country.
Well done, Xavier, mate.
I think we'll cut back to the footage now of Webster. We've got our drone shot flying over Webster. You can see the nice trees. It's a nice shot of the course in general. It's very far that way. I think we're going to wrap up stream now. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to be your commentators today.
Yep. Alive.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah, I'm live, dude.
Just going to be wrapping up now. So thank you.